Why is the mic muted? Very weird. Bashers. Don't know why it said that mic is muted. I don't know why I didn't mute it. Some ghost in the machine. Maybe I did. Should have restarted my computer. Hey everybody, it is Speedy Tuesday. Speedy Tuesday. How are you all today? It's Dirk. It's March 3rd. Speedy Tuesday. How are you? First day of the week for iBash. It's great to have you all on the show. Let's see who got in there at number one. It's Dave Fahrenheit 451. Yay! Look at that. Back on top like a king. Like the king you are. Oh, amazing. Followed right up by Mr. Brooker. Upvoted number two. Number two, please upvote if you can. Makes such a big difference in the show. You have no idea. Upvoting is kind. It's kindness. Well done, Dave, says Mr. Brooker. And also, hello, Bashers. Nearly hump day and one day closer to the weekend. Well, bring it on. Happy bashing. Hope to catch you live. Well, we're here live, and we hope you're here too, with headphones in and tucked in like sugar plums. Kevin Landon, the incomparable one, is 7578, upvoted number 3 today. Hey, Kevin Landon, how are you? Best wishes to Dirk and the Bashers. Great to have you all here for the beginning of the week. Having a drooby do coffee. Had a conversation with him on the phone earlier today. It was wonderful. It's so nice to talk to Bashers every once in a while. Now, this thing with the membership thing, that's something very odd happened with it, and it's like a ton of people joined, and I'm super grateful for that. It wasn't my original intention, but I've been talking to the lady with the wrench, and we're talking about maybe making it a special thing. I don't know how long it's going to last, but I'm grateful. Like all of a sudden, lots of people have joined, and that's Friday nights. It's going to be the live show, and then it's going to go to members only, just that. But there's going to be some cool perks and giveaways. Some fun stuff. So we're coming up with some ideas to make it more exciting, more interactive, and more basherish, as we like to do. Glad to be off from work and able to bash live. Hey, you better be super in there bashing around, Mr. Landon. Great to have you here. The power of tree, as they say in Ireland. The power of tree. Panel Power is here. Congratulations to Dave Fahrenheit 451. Panel Power coming back for you. Panel Power. Transformers. That's what it sounds like, right? Speedy Tuesday upvoted Mart and the incomparable king of the forest. Martin Bronson, Speedy Tuesday, upvoted. Ooh. Ray Ray's here, 3349. Gonna try me best to be home, but we work at sea. Arg, matey. Arg to you, Ray Ray. What's going on? What's going on in the Basher world right now? I've had my I've been up to me tits, as they say. With I'm so grateful that Bubble is back in town. He joined us for dinner last night. Came in while I was preparing Rose's dinner. He came in and hung out with us for a while. And it's been raining, as they say in Blighty. It's been pissing all day, and it's just been cold. We had a really nice day here in New York. It was like 50 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius. I should get used to those things, right? But he came in last night, and it was raining, and he just decided to come in and spend some time. And then I left him and Rose together, and I noticed that he just sat at her feet for like an hour, and then he took off and did his thing. I'm just so grateful to have him. Thanks all the Bashers for all your concern and your kindness and your letters about Bubble, because he means a lot. It means a lot to an elderly lady who loves him, and I love him too. How could I not? How could I not? I love all the kitty cats. Mr. Zelinsky is here. Good evening, Dirk, and all the absolute Bashers. Right, Speedy night, right? Have a great show, upvoted. That's what it sounds like tonight. I don't know why. I just saw Anna Kendrick on TV doing a hilarious bit, so to speak, on the Graham Norton show. It was very funny. Franco Fiore, grazie mille, signori. Please upvote. Please upvote if you can for the show. You have no idea. Do it from the other side. I'm two-fisted today. I'm Speedy and Snoopy. Speedy Snoopy. I have a Speedy Snoopy. I got both. Well, this is actually Snoopy and Woodstock, the Weekender, and of course, the first Omega in space. Andrew, Mr. Volkovich. How are you, darling? Congratulations. That's Freddie Mercury. That could be over by. Congratulations, Dave Fahrenheit 451. all bastards continue to be an inspiration in others' lives and a blessing in their memories. Upvote and subscribe. Thank you, sir. If you haven't given me a, let me give you a big bang boom, the Andrew style. If you haven't sent in the photograph of the Gallery of Bashtards, which happens around 20 minutes before or quarter before the hour, it is basherdirk@gmail.com. That is basherdirk@gmail.com. You share it with me, and I share it with the world. That's how it works around here. Oh, he's not here. I'm working tonight, and we'll watch when I get home. Boo-hoo, boo-hoo. Life is the lemon, and I want my money back. Oh, did he say this? Life is the lemon, and I want my money back? I don't know if that's a great line. You know, I love Meatloaf. I've mentioned it on the show. The big guy doesn't really know Meatloaf. He knows the most famous songs, but I know Bad Out of Hell, Upside Down, Inside Out, Every Which Way But Loose. But I don't know anything else other than I would do anything for love, but I won't. I know that, but that was decades later. I don't know any of his Dead Ringer. I don't know anything else he did because it didn't make much of an impact, and I didn't seek it out because Meatloaf's album came out when I was a kid. What was I, 10-ish when that came out? 10 or 11? And I loved it because baby, we can talk all night. I love that, and I love every song on that record. I think every song was a single, except that last one, which I can never remember the name of it. Paradise by the Dashboard Light, 2 out of 3 Ain't Bad, Bad Out of Hell, All Revved Up and No Place to Go, Heaven Can Wait. What am I missing? I'm missing a big one, right? Missing a big one. I'm missing a big one. I want to Google it. Why'd you get me on Meatloaf kick? Meatloaf album. I know I'm missing something major. Here it is. Bad Out of Hell. The songs are Bad Out of Hell. Oh, you took the words right out of my mouth. I knew I was missing something. 23 Bad Paradise. Oh, For Crying Out Loud. That's I don't even know if I know that song. It's the last song on the record. Only 7 songs on that record. Then there was a reissue called Dead Ringer for Love, which I believe was his second record, right? Dead Ringer. Yeah, Dead Ringer. Is that on there? Yeah, it is. Who knew? I didn't know anything about it. What is that from? Life is a Lemon and I Want My Money Back. I don't know. Good girls go to heaven and bad girls go everywhere. You Canadians must have been like really on top of whatever the Meatloaf catalog was after that, because I don't know that line. Good girls go to heaven and bad girls go everywhere. Doesn't sound like something Jim Steinman would have written, who was the author of those songs. Anyway, KF26, Ken Furby. Well done to Dave. Of course, I'm honoring my Speedy pledge by wearing my watch Speedy, much to Dave's, to Dino's chagrin. Please don't judge me. Hey, I have one. I like them. Drooby Doo loves them. Listen, they're fun. They're fun. They're a night out. They're an homage. I know Dino hates them, but what are you gonna do? F it. You can't make me pregnant, nor can none of ye make. What is that? What is going on with you? Are you out at the pub? Melly C, the purple one, is here. Eminem madness, welcome into madness. Happy Speedy Tuesday, Dirk, and all the bashers. Well done, Dave Fahrenheit 451. Got to try to control so fast. Fast fingers. Droopy Doo, speak of the devil. Happy Speedy Tuesday, bashers. Time to dig out a moon swatch for my pal Dino. Don't let him down. You can't let Dino down. Just if you send a picture, let me see if you got one. Did you get one for us? But I've got hey, I don't have anything from Julian. Sir Julian, where are you? You don't expect us to do Tuesday without you, do you? You wouldn't do that to us, right? No. Because we need it. We need the art. We need you. And we need you. We need you. I want you to want me. Dirk, not gonna make it. Oh, you're not gonna make it, Ray Ray. Okay, you're at the hen party. Just walked in only to, oh, so you're not at a hen party. There's just one that's formed around you because that's what the hens do. They go around bar hopping. Gee, what? Because there's eligible girls there? Is that why? Only two islanders in the bar. All right, so you're the entertainment. I get it. Cheers to you, Ray Ray, and to the hens. Cheers, hens. And congratulations to the future missus. How nice is that? There he is. There's the guy. He upvoted. Thank you for upvoting. Dino, there's going to be some moon swatches. Look out. Pray for Ray Ray taking one for the team. The thing is, here it's called a bachelorette party. Over there it's called a hen party, which sounds sexist, doesn't it? The guys are all invited to that now. It's kind of like a bachelor party is not a thing anymore where guys go to Vegas and do all the blow and hire prostitutes and all that's a thing of the past. The boys are good now and they do nice things like they go to church, or the girls are invited to the bachelor party and the guys are invited to the bachelor party. It's all Jack and Jill, as they call it. We're having a Jack and Jill. What's the point now? I don't get it. Fergal's here. Hey, Dirk and the Bashers. Hey, Fergal. Hey, Fergal. Hey. Did we talk about Neil Sedaka and how sad that is that he was taken very quickly? I know he was 86 years old, but so I've been listening to a lot of his music. What an incredible writer, that guy. And I forgot he wrote Love Will Keep Us Together. I mean, he wrote so many amazing songs. So interesting. JoJo's here. Catanauts. Happy Tuesday, Bashers. Handsome Joe. He's here live. What do you got for us, JoJo? You have a great shot. Oh, I got one. Thank you, Drew. How fun is that? Kevin Landon does. Some say that April is the cruelest month of all. For me, it has been March. It was March and Hawk was dead. Spencer for Hire. Oh, do you remember that show with Robert Urich? Right, Robert Urich. He was Spencer for Hire. And before that, he was Dan Tana from the show Vegas, which I was not allowed to watch because it was for mature audiences, supposedly. There was what night was that? I think it was on the same night as 8 is Enough, which I was allowed to watch. Then Charlie's Angels, which I was not allowed to watch. And then I think it was Spencer for Hire. Was that right? No, Vegas. Spencer for Hire came later. I think that's the 80s. Hawk. Oh, yeah. March is not my favorite month. It's the month my lady left me. She left me on St. Patrick's Day. So yeah, I don't particularly love March either, even though it is when spring hath sprung. So I kind of St. Patrick's Day will never really be the same thing for me ever again. Yay! I don't really care. Plus, when I was a kid, it was more of I went to Catholic school, so it was a religious day of obligation, and it was never I never knew the Irish people that I knew going out and getting all rah-rah. It was the parade. My dad used to take us to the parade, and we'd have to wear tam, and I would cry because I didn't want to wear tam. He'd force us to wear it. Oh, God. Horrific. Now I love them. A jumper and a tam. But then I don't know what happened with St. Paddy's Day. It just became this, Mardi Gras. Isn't it funny how we attach these days like Mardi Gras and Fat Tuesday, these religious, epiphanies, and we turn them into hedonistic diving boards. It's a very odd thing. Like, I'm not going to be able to do this for the next couple of weeks, so I'm going to get, I don't know. Meh. Hey, Andy M, the Ancient One is here. Good evening, kind sir. Wishing you and yours only good things. He's the only good things guy. Do you know that, right? Andy M, it's so great to have an Andy back around the house. How are you, kiddo? It's been a while. It's been a long time. Been a long time since we rock and rolled. And it's so nice to see you. I hope your parents are well. And I'm sure they're in better stead because you were there to care for them. You might even still be there. I don't know the extent of it, but I know how that is. It's not easy taking care of elderly parents. And something I learned, it was almost a year ago that I went to Emmett's birthday party. It's like a couple of weeks, like 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks since we went to Mexico. How was that a year ago? How in the world is that a year ago? It just seems impossible to me. And that was a great way to, that was the year anniversary for Laverne. So that was a great distraction because we were traveling. So we had, friends to look forward to and sun and fun. And I loved it. I didn't think I would like a resort in Mexico. I didn't think it would be something that I would enjoy at all. Boy, was I wrong. I loved it. I loved the hotel. Well, of course, I loved the company, but I just thought it was such a nice, and it's so close. It's like 3 hours. You get on a plane from New York, 3 hours, you're on the Yucatan Peninsula. Isn't that nice? It's very pretty down there. And we weren't in that. We did one night where we experienced the rah rah spring breakery. We went to a restaurant that our friend Joe took us all to, which was very sweet of him. He's a very sweet guy. And they had sparklers and scantily clad wait staff. And it was so loud that you couldn't talk. And of course, I took videos there, and there were just too many cats to look after. So that was kind of like took over most of my time. But you know what it is. Carolyn Martin, the girl with the wrenches here. Hello, 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 Bashers. Carolyn Martin for now. It's great to hi, London. How are you? I didn't talk to you this morning, which is weird. Weird. This is Dino's comment about the moon switch. I have no idea where mine is, by the way. It's not in my drawer. Most of my stuff, it's not here. I don't know what I did with it. I took it off one day, and yeah, I took it off one day, and I don't know where it went. It's here somewhere because I care so much. That's the problem. The bachelorette party was half the reason you got married to begin with. Right. Listen, I've had to host a million bachelorette parties because I was the bartender at that place for 100 years, and they book out the room for the night. This is the lowbrow version. Nowadays, Tiffany, Amber, and Bethany are like, we're totally going to Mazatlan or we're going to St. Croix. I was talking to Hunter, and those guys, they're going to Mexico City or they're going to DR, and Hunter and Blair. And everybody does these destination parties now, which is very, very expensive. I mean, my birthday party was in the backyard, and we had pin the tail on the donkey and a couple of balloons. We didn't hire a magician or a clown or any of that stuff. That stuff, I don't know when that all began. After me, for sure. And when all my friends got married, they had like football weddings. You got married in church or wherever. And, it's usually in like, some religious place. And then you'd have a party. And it would usually be either at a catering hall, which I don't know if you have those across the pond, but it would be, or like a VFW hall, like a Legion hall. And it would be, now weddings are like $250,000. And, everybody has to go and meet in the Azores. I mean, that's crazy. Who can afford to do that? It's so expensive. And if you're of a certain age, like my niece, all her friends have these incredible destination weddings. And it's just, who pays for all that stuff? Who pays for it? It's just insane. I mean, they must all come from well-to-do families or something. I don't know what it is. But imagine you're, in your early 20s and everybody starts getting paired off. And then before your wedding, you've got to go to all those different destinations. Like, how can you even have the money for that wedding? I say, throw a party and buy a house. save the money. That's what, hey, if I had a wedding like that, I would have done that. Yeah. Nick Brooker says, still separate stag and hen parties, mostly in the UK. Traditionally, the last blowout. Right. Okay. So that's the way it used to be here too, Mr. Brooker. But now it's just Jack and Jill. The Jacks got jilled. That's what happens. Because the girls are like, you can't go to that strip club. Oh my God. You know what kind of ladies are in there? I'm like, yeah, that's where we're going. Crazy town, crazy town. Joe LaFaro says for Vegas. Dantana. I bet you had a crush on. Geez, am I going to remember her name? Phyllis. She's gorgeous, though. Dantana, he had that guy, Bart Braverman, who worked for him, kind of meek guy. And then he had a girl who worked in the office with him, but he also was best friends or good friends with a showgirl. And I'm trying to remember her name. Shit, I have to look this up. Joe, look what you do to me. Vegas TV show. Shit, named Phyllis something. Okay. Phyllis Davis. Oh, right. Judy Landers was his secretary. She has a sister named Audrey Landers, and they were the Landers sisters. The things he making me do, Jojo. Yeah, I watched that show later on when I was allowed to, or I'd sneak it. Didn't he have a really cool car on that show? What did he have? Like a cool Mustang? Or was that Spencer for Hire? Oh, no, he had a Thunderbird, right? He had a Thunderbird. American cars are very cool. You gotta admit, very cool. I was born on March 17th, Nick Brooker. Wow, you don't know how close I was to being named Patrick. I believe you. Virtually makes me Irish, right? You might be. Have you had your DNA swabbed? Have you had that done? I was hoping for some delicious flavor in my DNA, but I did it years ago, and it turned out that I'm Irish. And that's about it. There was nothing fun in there, really. It said like 0.003% unknown, and then it said possibly Cypriot, possibly Levantine. I was like, possibly not. But I was fine with that anyway. Didn't really mean anything. Speaking of Vegas, you going this month? No, it got extended, and that's great because I still have so much crap going on with you know who. And so it's very hard for me to make that trip happen. But Meme RW and I, we are going to do it. And thank God it was extended. And also, Chuck, I was just telling Drew, my the drummer for the original drummer from Hitman, who's been on the show. You've seen him on here. Chuck IV Chuck 4. Is that what it is? I actually never really looked at what the Roman numerals were. He is he works that show. He's a pyrotechnician, and he has been for a really long time down in Las Vegas. He's lived there for quite a while. He did Phantom of the Opera and Cirque du Soleil, Le Cirque. That's a restaurant. And yeah, so because I talked to him about it briefly too, and he said, let me know when you're coming down. So I don't know what kind of pyrotechnics there are, or maybe just let's smoke out into the audience. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I really want to see it, but we're going to make that happen. Carolyn Martin says, my bachelorette party was in Cabo before Cabo was Cabo. She just did a sentence with 3 Cabos in it. That's talent. That's pure talent, Carolyn. Now, I had been to Mexico in like 1987. I went with my then manager. Went to LA for some record company meetings. I don't know. I think it was 87. It was something like that, or 88. I was a kid. And his sister lived in San Diego. So he said, do you want to go to Mexico? I think I've told this story before, but for those who hadn't heard it, and he was kind of God rest his soul, he's not with us anymore. And we drove down to Tijuana. So I'd been to Mexico technically. I'd been to Mexico. I always said that the Emmett's birthday party was my first time, but technically I'd been there before. And I think I mentioned this on the show. We go to a bar to get a beer, and he says, I'll be right back. And he came back like an hour and a half later. God, I was like, what happened? Well, you can imagine what happened. So, and then he said, "Do you want to drive to Cabo?" And I said, "What's that?" I didn't know about. It was before Sammy Hagar. Did Sammy Hagar put it on the map with Cabo Wabo Tequila? I know that he bought Sammy Hagar, the famous, the Red Rocker, Van Halen's second singer. I know that he bought property there in the 80s and started a tequila company, which is great. Actually did very well because the very first super premium tequila to really make it to the States was Patron. And at that time, it was considered a very high end tequila and it was very popular. But, as the tequila, listen, there's always been great high premium tequila in Mexico. It just wasn't available to mere mortals outside of Mexico. So this was, basically, I think it was the guy from Paul Mitchell Hair Care started the line. He bought a bunch of agave fields and created it. And then I think Cabo Wabo was the second super premium tequila positioned for the world. And Sammy Hagar, he sold it for like $128 million to Campari. I read his book and they really wanted controlling shares and he wouldn't do it. And then they finally said, what if we throw in a couple of Ferraris? And he said, all right, fine. So he sold it twice. He sold like 48%, and then he sold the remainder a couple of years later. Now, I don't know where it falls on the food chain as far as successful tequilas, because everybody and their mother has a tequila now. It's pathetic. I mean, we all know about George Clooney with Casamigos. They sold it for $1 billion. But now, as far as I know, like Emmett's a huge tequila aficionado. If anybody ever has questions about tequila, uh, you could write me and I'll ask Emmett because he knows more than I'll ever know about it because I don't drink that stuff. And he loves mezcal, and he was like, "Oh well, these are fortified, and these are they put additives into tequila to make it taste more citrusy or stuff I just did not know. I didn't know. I just knew that there was Blanco, Reposado, and Añejo, and then there's Extra Añejo, and then Super Extra Añejo, Don Julio. Most people, when I left the tequila bar, I was there for 25 years. When I left, people were gravitating more towards the non-celebrity brands. They were going for Hornitos. They were going for Don Julio in all its many forms. They weren't going for the Casamigos. Kind of came in like a lion and then backed out. It wasn't doing that well towards the end. And we stopped carrying Cabo Wabo, but we did keep Patron because Patron is just, people think expensive tequila. They think it's like Dom Perignon. Are there better champagnes than Dom Perignon? Sure, there are. But what is the brand? That happens. Look in the watch world, Rolex. Are there better watch brands than Rolex? Sure, there are. We all know what they are. But there's just something about Rolex that everybody likes. I guess there's something about Patron that people just like. I guess. I don't drink the stuff, so I don't really have a horse in the game. So I don't know. Do you guys drink tequila? If you do, what's your favorite? I don't even know what to, I was gifting him for birthdays or whatever for a while. This stuff called, not the Claz Azul. Everybody loves that because it's got the bell. You can ding it. It's in the beautiful kind of like Delft porcelain bottle with the blue. It's quite lovely. I don't even know whether or not it's very, very expensive. You've seen it everywhere. It's in the very tall, kind of like totem-esque, obelisk-esque bottle. It comes in Super Añejo as well. And you can ding the top of it. That became very, very, very popular for not for shots or any of that amateur hour stuff. People were drinking that neat. When I see somebody drink something neat, not that I would do it because it's like gasoline, but I'm always like, all right, somebody comes in and they want a great scotch and they want it neat. I'm like, yeah, all right. That's nice. Especially if the ladies ask for that. It's very impressive. I don't know why. Sounds silly, but if somebody comes in, they want something super sweet and sugary, it just means that they don't enjoy the drink to begin with. And that's fine. That's fine. You drink what you drink. It's like music. You like what you like. You don't like what you like. It's fine. Carolyn says, handsome Joe. Joe LaFaro, T-Bird. Yeah, it took me a minute to come up with that. Eminem madness, Melly C madness. My cousin had her wedding on a boat. a yacht in the middle of Sydney Harbor. She sold her car and other assets to pay for the wedding. She is no longer married to that husband. Crazy money, isn't it? For a party. It's just a party. I don't think any party isn't the doesn't the company make the party, right? Having a couple of drinks and some great food with your friends and your family. I think that I like a backyard do. Who doesn't have potato salad, macaroni salad, maybe a big long hero, you know? I know I went to a party once, a wedding party. We flew out to Los Angeles for it, and it was in a winery. And it was there was a hoedown, no kidding, where we had to dress up and just like in like we were going to country fair, and there was activities and all kinds of stuff. And while it was fun and everything, it was insanely expensive. And of course, that marriage did not last, and it didn't last very long either. You know, and honestly, and we know the bride, and we love her. Um, when we first met her prospective groom to be, we were like, oh, really? Just didn't make sense on paper. And it seemed as if he was way more into the wedding than she was. That's a clue. Because guys, meh, I understand being a bride. You hope it's going to be once in your life. And so it's your big moment. I guess it's like, am I jaded because I've been on stage and had the spotlight? Is that what it is? Like, is that the thing? It's like my one big moment in the spotlight, your wedding, so you throw a big do, and now it's got to be. Hey, Mike, I went to another wedding where and I don't care about any of that stuff because the spotlight never meant anything to me. I was always in it for the music. Some people crave the spotlight, which I can't relate to it. We also went to a wedding out on Long Island. How you doing? And it was in a very fancy catering hall called Chateaubriand. And they came out of the floor. And I kid you not. And I believe it was to Wild Side or Girls, Girls, Girls by Motley Crue, one of those horrible songs. Or Kickstart My Heart. I don't remember what it was. But I remember everybody's having its cocktail hour, and they're like, all right, everybody gather around. And we're gathering around, and the lights go out. And then we hear boom, 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 and then smoke. And then all of a sudden it was a kiss. They came out of the floor like this. Ladies and gentlemen, for the very first time, Mr. and Mrs. John Smith. And then they had the first dance to like Motley Crue. That was Long Island, kids. It was freaking terrible. And that marriage did not last. That one lasted like a year. Parked in the living room. Joe _ LaFaro. Parked in the living room, right. In Vegas, he was at the Desert Inn, which is a hotel that no longer exists because Vegas was a different place then. Now it's Disney World for adults. I'm not a fan of that town. It's just weird. It's too weird for me. It's casinos and drinking and gambling and sports betting. And I mean, I liked going outside and walking around the promenade and looking at, the fake, Paris and the fake Venice and the fake. I mean, and I'll say this with all as humbly as I can. Now, I'm not Italian, as you know. But I have tremendous respect for that culture, their language, their incomparable architecture. The history is just, to me, it's, I'm a wannabe. I'm a wannabe Italian. I'm not. I'm 100% Irish. And I went to John and I from Hitman. We stayed at the worst place ever in the whole wide world, which was the MGM Grand, which was just a whorehouse. It was horrible. People threw up in the elevators, and it was just, the room was fine, and the room was lovely actually, but you needed a golf cart to get to it. The elevator took you up to the floor, and then it was a mile down a star shaped. There was like 5 hallways. It was insane. But and I wanted to get a cup of coffee, and you could either order it and it would take a long time. But if you just wanted to get some coffee, you had to go to a mall that's attached to the hotel. It's called their lobby. And they're like, well, oh, you can get coffee down at Starbucks or blah, 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 all these different signature. It's just such a ridiculous place, which reminds me of like what I think Dubai is like. I've never been there, but to me, it just seems like a giant, elegant mall with hotel rooms. Not my thing. So anyway, he lived at the Desert Inn Hotel, and he would just have an automatic door, and he would drive right through and park his car. It was a great show. Hate Tequila after a heavy night out 20 years ago. Was sick as a parrot and never touched that. That'll do it. So that's one of the reasons why I probably don't drink hard liquor is because I went to a guy named Dean Maffei's party at his house, and we were kids. I think I was 15, and we drank Jack Daniels, and I threw up for a month. I mean, I went to my dad had put a toilet in our basement, just like a little cubicle with a toilet next to the washer and dryer. It's very Queens, New York. And I think I laid on the floor there and threw up for 24 hours. And I don't even know how much of it I drank. Probably not a whole hell of a lot, but I was a 15-year-old and I never, ever did it again. Never. Blech. Yuck. So I feel you, Nick. I feel you. Carolyn Martin, my question for Emmett. Why do I no longer know my name after the sixth shot? I know you're joking there, but so I used to work in a place that was famous for, they used to call them crackeritas, and it's out of business now. I haven't worked there since the pandemic because it shut us down, and then whatever happened after that, they shut down about a little over a year ago. And we used to take these food grade gas tanks, and I shit you not, like the red gas tanks, the big red ones with the yellow top, petrol tanks, and we would take 3 bottles of like this stuff called Dorado tequila, 3 bottles of that, 3 bottles, and it wasn't really tequila, it was like tequila liqueur made with real tequila. Real tequila is 100% blue agave. It was not that. Then 3 bottles of it, their super sweet triple sec mix, and then about 2 bottles of lemon mixture, which like a my lem or like a reconstituted lemon juice. It wasn't even lime juice. It was the bottled stuff. And there we'd shake that up, and then that would be for the rocks mix. If you want to, and then we'd pour it into these other jugs, and it would be easy to pour. Now for the frozen drinks, which was the biggest seller, we would make double that and half the amount in water, and then pour it into an ice cream machine. They're called Taylor machines, and let that run for a little while, and that would make them. And apparently people thought they were delicious, but they didn't remember their name the next day. And I had called on a summer night when we had 2 big patios and all that stuff. We called EMS at least once a week for people who overdid. And we had, I'll be honest, I had the same boss there for a really long time, and there wasn't much monitoring at that time. But once a new manager came in, she was much younger, and she would walk around and she'd be like, they're 86, they're cut off. She would walk around monitoring to see who had too much. So I don't know if it was her idea or if it was the company's idea, but at some point after the changing of the guard, that did happen. So it's very, nobody should drink 6 shots of anything. That's a tremendous amount of alcohol. It's tremendous. I know you do enjoy a tequila. Drank all my tequila they had with a few friends. Drank all the tequila they had with a few friends at English pub in Rimini. Rimini. Joe, in Rimini. I would love to know where in Rimini, though, because I know it. It's right up the street, from Le Marche. It's just over there in Emilia Romagna, right? Me, Emmett, and Dana and Paul, we spent the night there with the kids a couple of years back. God, when was that? 20. I don't even remember when that was. 2021, I think it was. 2022. I don't remember. 2020. I don't know. It was during the pandemic. We flew there, and we stayed overnight at this kind of like terrible place. And we went out for. They had like fake Aperol. It wasn't even called Aperol. It was something else. But we did go through the glitzy part. It was kind of fun. I mean, listen, if you like a little bit of like Euro trash, it's fun. But it is a pretty town. I mean, sort of, right? Rimini. Big long hero. What kind of a party? I'm so shocked. Do you know what I mean by hero, right? In America, the hero. Listen, in dialect, we have tons of names for that sandwich here. Uh, in New York, they're called heroes. It's Italian bread with cold cuts, cheeses, meats, lettuce, tomato, pickle, whatever the hell you want. I think in Boston they call them subs or grinders. It's a Subway sub sandwich. That's probably the more universal name is a sub, but we don't call them that here. Here they're hero sandwiches. So and the grinders, sliders. Now sliders are just those little hamburgers, and I think that's universal. But yeah, what a big long hero. It wasn't that. You're so bad. Well done, Joe LaFaro. Yeah, indeed. For those who care, Paris Hilton has two flavors of creamers and foamers for your coffee and tea, trying to counter the Harry Potter versions. Paris Hilton. Can I ask a question, Bashers? If you're insanely rich, like she is, she didn't do anything for it. Well, maybe she did. But if you're like Ellen DeGeneres or one of these people that has Oprah Winfrey, why are you peddling stuff? Is it just you can't get out of the game? Is it you just need, is it the spotlight thing? We talked about it earlier. Is that what it is? Like Ellen DeGeneres kind of got railroaded out of daytime because she was not nice. Rosie O'Donnell, that happened to her too. She wasn't nice. She was a boss. And bosses, I haven't liked all my bosses. But why is Paris Hilton selling anything? Is it because that's very New York, because is it because she just refuses to be pushed to outside of the spotlight, and she needs to have an infomercial or something that keeps her in the spotlight? Because they don't need the money. Ellen DeGeneres is selling some facial cream now, and it's like Cindy Crawford has Meaningful Beauty with the French melon, Dr. Sabah, and all that stuff. What is the reason those super duper? I understand George Clooney was making a lot of money doing movies, but then he partnered with his buddy, who I think is Cindy Crawford's husband, right? He is. That's who owns Casamigos, right? They're very entrepreneurial, aren't they? Like, is it because like Gene Simmons, you just after you've made the money, you want to figure out more ways to make the money, more money? I don't know. That's weird though. Receptions are the biggest waste. Agreed. Wish we had that money back, right? Yeah. I mean, they came out of the floor, Drew. They came out of the floor. Listen, what did they have on the menu? Chicken cordon bleu, prime rib. It's always the same thing. And I'm a vegetarian, so it's always we've got nice penne alla vodka for you, or pasta primavera. It's always the same choices. Or if you want a fish, they have like a what do they give you with fish? Paul gets it. I forget. Filet of sole, which was me mother's favorite. Smelly C says, I agree, Dirk. I saw the drama she went through organizing the wedding. It put me off getting married and organizing a wedding. Hence why our weddings. I agree. I think, but also with today's so expensive now for young couples, and real estate is not commensurate with anybody's real life earnings. It's just not. It's just not. It's my parents were able to buy a house very soon after they got married. And then they bought another house, and they bought 4 houses in their lifetime. Wow. They had a small little apartment in Jamaica when my sister was born, and then they got a house and they paid like I think it was 18.5. I think they paid $18,500 in the 60s. I don't even know what year it was, 60 or 61. And then they bought and I was born, I would live there for a couple of years. And no, not yeah, that one. And then we bought the house in 1973 for $41,500, which sounds like a lot of money for that year. Big house though. And then they sold the house, and then they bought a house, and it was like I don't know, $300,000. I mean, it's insane the appreciation of real estate and what it costs. So you have a young couple. Do they want to start a family? Do you want to live in the city? I mean, it's very, very, very hard for kids. It's very tough. And they're not it's not like they're making enough money to buy that $800,000 house. And believe me, there are very few houses for $800,000 left in New York. Like shit boxes, absolute utter shit boxes are $1 million. Quit drinking 10 months ago, couldn't take the gout flare ups and the all day hangovers you get in your 50s. Oh, God, yes. Yeah, that's hangovers, gout. My brother has had that. When it was the rich man's disease, right now it's what you eat. Some people say asparagus is involved. I hope that's not true because I love asparagus. Well, congratulations, man. I hope it's working out for you, and I hope you're happy with that decision. But obviously, you're better off without it, right? Bert Dundee, my 36th anniversary today. Congratulations. Oh, shit. You better go. It's late there, buddy boy. Oh, you just got to do something really nice. Let's do happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy. Say you did a big celebration on the iBashers. Maybe you'll get away with it. You completely forgot. 36. We're 37 this year. Isn't that crazy? How did that happen? I know, right? I think I hope you are. My second wedding was at the Venetian. I got married on a gondola. Well, listen. What I wanted to get at was about the Venetian. So John and I walked over there, and I was really impressed. I know this is going to sound stupid, but listen, whoever did all those frescoes, and they weren't stickers, because I saw some guys touching up some spots. I thought that building was beautiful. I'm like, why didn't we stay here? And I know it's fake Venice and fake Paris. I know it's that. And they have the Campanile. I get it. But I was like, other than the color of the canal, which is completely not right. I think that they've corrected it, or they've tried to, because it used to be bright blue. And it's kind of like a murky green, aquamarine Venice. It's a very unusual color. It's probably not in the Pantone wheel. But I was very impressed, Jojo, with that place. I've never been in a gondola in my life, not in Venice or anywhere, but because it's expensive. I'm like, I'll walk. I'll walk. I don't know. I thought it was really great. We had dinner there. It was actually really good. Not good, dude. Not good. Says Carolyn Martin. Cannot stay. Hey, Charles Thompson, but wanted to say hello to you, Dirk, and all of the fellow bashers. Hey, I have upvoted and asked the others to remember to do so as well. Please catch the oh, thank you so much. Well, I hope you're doing something fun. I hope you're doing something fun. You like a tequila sunrise? Yeah, see, there's tequila with some juices, and then I get it why people like those. I've made 800 million of those, but they did die out because everybody was drinking. What was the big one? When I stopped making tequila drinks, palomas. That was a huge one. Spicy palomas, which is tequila, grapefruit, and then we'd be adding jalapeno or a lot of stuff. People were loving spicy margaritas. Jalapeno margaritas were the hot thing when I had my tequila retirement. Weird. Yes, right. I got married in Mauritius. Wow. Had a reception party when we got home, which reminded me why I got married abroad without the family. That's are you allowed to drink there? Because I recently found out that the Mauritius are Islamic nation. Are you allowed to drink on the island, or is it a dry country, or are you allowed maybe to drink in the resort areas? I know that that's a deal that sometimes they have, but sea level islands too. Think about it. There's no hills there, right? It's just kind of flat. Amazing stuff. Heard it's great. Hey, there he is. Hello. The moment I tune, there's a question for me on the screen. Oh, that's great. There you go. We're talking about you and tequila and your breadth of knowledge of tequila. Sorry it took me so long to. When did you 546? Well, not that long ago. I said I sold tequila for 1,000 years, but I've never drunk it. I said if you want to know about tequila, talk to M because he's been through them all and he knows how they're made and he loves it. He's a big aficionado. I better not go near those songs. Can I get 2 frozen margaritas? Frozen amnesias. What's a frozen amnesia? Is that a drink? Yeah. There's so many new drinks now. People used to say to me, "Where did you learn how to bartend?" I was like, "My dad had a bar." No, should I go to bartender school? Waste of time. Waste of time. Unless you want to learn how to be one of those jugglers. You could also work at the circus. Whenever I see here's a great M story if you're still tuning in. So they opened up, my neighborhood became fancy over time. And one of the fancier places was like one of those places that's supposed to look like a dive bar with sawdust on the floor. And it opened up. And Emmett and Dana and I went in there and we watched the guy do magic tricks. He was lighting flash paper and he was juggling and doing this thing happens. It used to be, I put the thing in there and I go shake, 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 and that's it. Now they're doing this. They're doing all this fancy moves. And we're standing there for like, I don't know, 10 minutes. And Emmett goes, "Can a man get a drink here?" While the guy was doing his magic show. I'll never forget that. Rimini was the place to pick up hot Scandinavian girls in the summer. Well. I bet it was. Sandwich doesn't sound much better, and grinder, well, I never. Oh, some people call it grinders? That word's been, listen. That word is taken on a whole horse of a different color, hasn't it now? Sandwich, because the Earl of Sandwich. I love a sandwich. So can you even be more insanely rich? I don't know. I just don't understand the motivation if you're already that rich. Like a lot of people who are great people go into philanthropy. And wouldn't you want to do that if you were insanely rich? Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you want that? I don't know. I think so. Would I want to start a business? No, I wouldn't want to start a business. No. It's self-promotion, the look at me syndrome. Okay, there you go. George Nespresso Clooney. Yeah, I mean, these are the things that he did. Well, he doesn't own it, though. I understand the celebrity endorsement thing. He said that the Nespresso commercials helped him pay for his art films. He'd do one for them and one for him. And he'd find, like, Good Night and Good Luck, which he directed. I think it was his directorial debut. He said that was funded pretty much by Nespresso, which I'm addicted to. Carolyn Martin says, Soleil. Hey, Drewby, Friday wine fund contribution, and thanks for the chat. Man, are you kidding me, Drewby? Where are you? Here's the end of my coffee cup. It took me an hour to drink it. How rare is that? Big giant bang boom for Drewby, I see you. And Carolyn Martin's coming in as a brand new member. Now became a YouTube member. Thank you, Carolyn Martin, the girl with the wrench. Amazing. It's time for the Gallery of Bastards because I took forever to get here. The Gallery of Bastards. Send me the shots. The sublime leaves over. The Gallery of Bastards. You share them with me and I share with the world. I know I showed this at the end of the last show, but it was right there before the new one started. K of the day, because we love our K. Hey, K. Why not start off with a smile? And what's a bigger smile than our patron saint of eye bashers, K? It was right there next to the first one of today's Gallery of Bastards. Sky pics. Hey, Dirk, my recent camera pics were old pics, but I will send you these pics from my actual picture gallery that I've taken from my telescope set up. My only regret is I didn't save my live Saturn video and only can get it once a year after a narrow window of a few weeks only when the sky is clear, which is rare. I can't access the sky with all the trees where I live now. Oh boy. This is, if you remember, these are when we first started and he first started showing up on the show, we were amazed and enthralled by his incredible shots, right? I mean, the universe is just so incredible. I just watched it. I don't even know. It was some religious right guy, and he was like, "So you're saying you don't believe in God?" Uh, it was just the most ridiculous thing ever. Like that is God, isn't it? It was for Carl Sagan, and Carl Sagan says, "What do you mean by God?" Then they got into a whole thing, and it was not pretty. It was fascinating, though. It's incredible. Look at this. Oh my God. Look, it's a spiral galaxy. Like, which one is that? There's trillions of them, you know? Like, I know. Can you see my mouse? You can on the show, right? Here's my mouse, right? So the Milky Way is a spiral galaxy as well. And this one I think is going the opposite way, which is very unusual in the universe. So uh we are on like one of the very small spirals, wisps of the spiral in the Milky Way, like right about here. And, like the center of the galaxy. This looks like it's Milky Way esque. There's lots of different styles of galaxies. The spirals, I think, are the most popular ones, the most plentiful, but beautiful. Look at that. Oh, these two are going to converge, Mart. Wow. This is mental patient central. Look at that. You took this stuff? Holy crap. Like that stuff is out there and we'll never get there. We will never have the technology to get there unless we figure out how to bend space. Spend space time until we learn how to bend space time. We're never going to pull that off. Because where is that? Like the closest galaxy to us is Andromeda, and that's like a billion light years away. I'm not even sure how far is the. So our galaxy is 100,000 light years across. Yeah. Okay. It is 2.5 million light years away. And it's the nearest one we've got. Isn't that crazy, Tom? Oof. Wow. Like, what is all that stuff, right? Nebulae, of course, but what kind? Like, what's causing all that? What's causing all that dust debris? It's creations. It's amazing. It's a nonstop, stellar nursery that we're in, which is a great name. If you opened up a flower shop, you should call it the Stellar Nursery. It'd be great, the Stellar Nursery. Look at this stuff. The birth of new stars, and they all look so close together, right? And they're light years apart. We can never really truly understand. These are mind-boggling, Mart. This is mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. Imagine if, you know, any of the great astronomers from way back when had access to this stuff. Imagine if they had that. Isn't it just crazy? Such rudimentary stuff they had back then. Can you see the flag? It's impossible to see the flag, so I was told by him. So it's impossible to see the flag or the lunar landers or any of that stuff. But that's pretty damn unbelievably crazy. Unbelievable. Look at that. Wow. Look at this. It's my favorite stuff in the whole wide world. Mart, these are. You ever go to a planetarium, right? This is the real one. Planetariums are fun, man. Wow, look at this thing. Look at that. Like, what is this? You know that there's life out there. You know that there's tons of it. The universe is teeming with life. The universe is teeming with life. But it's just, unless we figure out a way to end it, we're never going to be able to meet any of those folks. But it's nice to have sci-fi. Wow. Incredible. These shots are Not only can I just say that the shots are incredible, but obviously you're incredible, because this, it doesn't take just the machine to do this. The eye, the positioning, the way you've done this. This is extraordinary. Absolutely extraordinary. And thank you so much for sharing this. I remember you used to share these way back when, and you have too many trees. I wish there was a way. I mean, have you given up? Have you lost your lust for it? Or look at this. I mean, whatever, how many parsecs of space this is, you can see some stars are larger and brighter, and then you can see, these are all light years apart, many, many light years apart, hundreds, if not thousands of light years apart. There are so many galaxies in this shot. There are trillions of planets. It's just absolutely outrageous. Wow, what the is that? What is that? Look at this blanket of stars. It's a stellar nursery where all of that dust, all those elements of the universe eventually are going to come together and form stars, and then of course planets. We're all just made out of debris. Incredible, right? Wow. We know so little, says Bert. We are so little. We're fighting over oil, and we're fighting over land, and we're nothing. We are absolutely insignificant. We're just insignificant. I mean, we're lucky. We're lucky. Imagine, right? You're here, I'm here, we're all here. We can talk to each other, share experiences. How incredibly lucky are we? But they're out there too. We just don't know what they are. Yeah. Like, I don't know I know what most stuff is, and I have no idea what that is. Some kind of veil. It's incredible, right? Wow. Like, what's in there, right? Like this nebula of whatever kind this is, inside there is probably, you know, a million stars. We're in a place called the local group, or the local bubble. Wow, what is that? This is mind-boggling. Andy says, sort out the trees for Mart. Hey, isn't that great? Andy Dino, sort out the trees for Mart. I agree. Take down a couple of no chance here for astrophotography, Dirk. Too many trees. Wow. Like there's a canopy, I'm assuming, right? Oh. Wait, is that it? Oh my god. Well, I should have put on some here is what I'll do for now. Hold on. Media assets. There is one says oh, I thought there was one. Background music. Into space. That doesn't sound good. There was a good one, wasn't there? I thought that there was. Where's my stuff? Hey. Hey. More sounds. Oh, there it is. Okay. I wanted to put some in for to review them before I. This is thank you, smart. I can't even thank you enough for how beautiful this work is. Astonishing. Look at that. I mean, is that like a fire nebula? And we don't even know what any of this stuff really is. We have names for it. We don't know why. What are those elements that are in there? Of course, like as far as we know, it's mostly hydrogen. Hydrogen and helium are the most abundant elements in the universe, and we're all carbon based. Look at this stuff. Look at that. That looks like the mouth to some kind of black hole or something. Incredible. Look at that spiral galaxy. Incredible, man. These are gorgeous, Mark. Everybody, thank you so much. Wow. That was outrageous. Thank you so much for that. And what a treat. What an absolute treat it was. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, I woke up Sunday morning with no way to hold my head that didn't hurt. Chris Christopherson. Is there a picture here? What is this? Hold on. Oh, okay. Oh, is that from A Star Is Born? Okay. Beautiful shot, man. Look at this thing. Oh, I can pull it out now. What is that? I don't even know what that is. Mr. Bell, what is that thing? For excuse my my ignorance, but could somebody please there you are, Mr. Bell. The two lightest gases. Yeah, the two lightest gases, that's right. Oh look, I love how you know all this stuff. And you dive. The similarities between these and photos from the abysmal depths are remarkable. Isn't that true? Right? Beautiful, man. Bartending says it looks like a Seiko shroud. Not I have a Seiko, and I don't know. Well, actually, technically, I have two, but tell us what these are, what this is exactly, because it's very cool, and the photography is absolutely delicious. I can't believe how big this picture came out. Minolta tuna, is that? Oh, I already wrote. Hey, what is that? I followed up on that email already. I don't even remember doing that. So funny. Maybe it was a previous conversation. Oh, it's the Minolta tuna. That's exactly what it is. Okay. A Minolta tuna. Look at that. Okay. Well, there you have it, guys. Olive makes a nest. Okay, back to some Canadian kitty cats. Oh, look at her making a sandwich. Hello, sweetheart. Hello, baby cakes. I never noticed her super how speckly her nose is. It's fun in there. And the Emperor tuna on an ISO frame strap. That's what that is. Very cool. Mr. Bell. Thank you, Andrew, for her. Thank you for her. Thank you so much. We love our Olive. Mr. Brookerson, Tilly shots. They call her Tilly. Tilly. Oh, look at her enjoying some sunshine outdoors. You have a lovely greenhouse. Oh, look at her. She's licking her chops. Oh, hello, honey. She's a sturdy girl. Oh, time for a nap. Did you just chow down and it's time for a nap? I bet it is. Oh, hello, precious. It's Tilly time. It's Tilly time. It's Tilly time. Thank you so much, Nick. It's always time for Tilly. It's always time for Tilly. Thanks, buddy. Thank you so much. Andrew, Senor's Weekend Chuckles. Oh, he got some jokes for us. Okay. It's Tuesday. This must be Belgium. You didn't need to undress before you put on the gown. It's just a haircut. Oh, Jesus Christ. More worms say, why are you being so nice to me all of a sudden? Guy walks into a bar, orders 12 beers, and starts drinking them as fast as he can. The bartender asks, dang, why are you drinking so fast? The guy says, you'd be drinking fast too if you had what I had. The bartender asks, what do you have? The guy says, 75 cents. Every once in a while, I go outside and run the vacuum cleaner over the driveway just to ensure that the neighbors never talk to me. That's pretty damn good. The Shit Creek Raft Rentals. Sorry, dude, we're out of paddles. Better call the vet. He's on top of the cat. Oh, Jesus Christ. I still love that you still call me honey. That's because I can't remember your name. Oh, I feel like I'm surrounded by madness. Look at that adorable mother and baby. I haven't changed a diaper in years. Give me about an hour. God, Andrew, you're nuts. But thanks for the jokes. Always good to have. Ray says we start them young out here. Okay. And what did you got here? He sent us a video of some fine young master singing some lovely music. It's very pretty. Who's the kid? Is he a relative of yours? Thanks, Ray Ray. Thanks, Ray Ray. Andrew's got a very, very wicked sense of humor, darling. Very, very wicked. Very wicked. Thanks for the links, Drew. I'm going to watch them after the show. Appreciate that very much. iBash's Gallery from Mart. Not only do we get his incredible astrophotography, but we also get the king of the forest. Look at this guy. We know you're the king, and we know you're regal and royal, but we also know you're a kitty cat, and you like to play in the boxes just like every other kitty cat. Oh, look at you. You made a little hole for him. That's so sweet. Because a box is a cat's best friend. If diamonds are a girl's best friend, then boxes are a cat's best friend. Oh. They just love hide and seek more than anything in the whole world. Isn't it precious, though? Imagine if, wouldn't it be fun? Don't you wish you loved to play hide and seek? It's fun to play with kids when they like to do it, isn't it? The king of the forest. The king of the forest. Thanks, Mart. Sucky and Ginger napping. Is there anything cuter than a nappy cat? Baby. Just having a kip there. No, look how good. Oh, there he's out like a light and she's not. Thanks, Fergal. Thank you so much. We can't get enough Saki and Ginger, that's for sure. Okay, it's time for. Is Julian not on the show today? Well, let me make sure. Hold on. Let me see this rest. He is not. He is not. Hold on. Coming up. So we'll do the other one. We'll do the. Do I have both of them? Yeah. Oh, look how cute she is there. Well, that's the cutest picture ever. Welcome into Madness. Yay! That's super cute. You got a lot of great shots. What an energetic and fun pictorial for the M&M Madness show portion of the show. And then he's not around, so Julian said it triggers him. So, but that kind of music is all over commercials now. I mean, it's always this party kind of thing. What are you gonna do? That's where it is. That's where it is, and that's where it will stay. Fergal, talking about wine, he was drinking a Pichon Longueville Baron the other day. I think it was a 93, if I'm not correct. Look at that beautiful garnet brick color. Gorgeous. Look at that. Oh, it's a 94. Baron. de Pichon Longueville. Absolutely incredible. My favorite one is the sister across the street. This ain't no slouch either. They're both deuxième, second growths. And one of the coolest labels ever, too. I think it's a really spectacular label. Beautiful, a 94. Oh, nice corkage. Very nice. Oh, look at you. You got all the fancy treatments there, don't you? Perfect. I hope you enjoyed every single second of it. I really do. You deserve it. You and your lovely missus. You and your lovely missus. You deserve it. You do. Thank you, Fergal. Speedy Tuesday. This is for Drooby Doo and the incomparable Dino. Look at him. Look styling with the all white one. Wow. I don't even know what this one's called. After the first batch, I kind of lost track because it's like white side of the moon, I guess. Oh, this is the Snoopy one. Oh, right. I forgot about. I mean, listen, you can't go wrong with that. You really can't. It's a moon phase. And it's got its out over 90, right? Great shirt combination. I think it looks great. He's enchanted. He's enchanted. Thank you so much, Drooby Dooby Doo. It looks great on you. Drooby Dooby Doo, it looks great on you. Steve Zielinski, Wendy is clearly the boss. Uh-oh. I believe that. Kiki's putting up a fight. But listen, cats are clever. That's like a TV show. Isn't this like a TV show? Look at that. First of all, you're perfect. Wendy's a big cat. Can I just say that? Big cat. This is a classic, man. Absolute classic. Thank you, Steve. Amazing. And they have agreed to share their favorite end of the bed slot. Oh, they're friends, right? They can listen. They can be the best of friends. Oh, look how cute that is. Oh, you're a beauty. You're a beauty. Oh, yeah. Kiki's not looking so happy though. Not so happy. But look at the eye color on you, you beauty. Thank you, Steve. Amazing. Melly C, watch anger management. Oh, it's a video. Will I get to? Oh yeah, no, that's a TV show. I'll watch that for myself. Thank you, Melly C. But I'll get in trouble if I watch that on the show because they're doing weird stuff. Bert Dundee, what is he wearing on his wrist today? Oh boy, I see a Speedy. Look at that. Look at that beauty. Oh, brother. Bread and butter. Look at that. On the president bracelet. Look out. Look at that. That bracelet is murderer's row. Yeah, look at that thing. It's gorgeous. Speedmasters. You love them. They're just so beautiful. In case you didn't know, they're my favorite watch. Amazing shot. Look at that. Looks great on your wrist, too. It's great. You have a proper wrist there. Thank you, Miss Dundee. Carolyn Martin. Bobo Martin. Oh, Bobo. Bobo. Oh, he's having a snooze. Oh. Thank you, Carolyn. Bobo. Bobo is beautiful. So beautiful. Love this combo. Oh, hey, me too. Some of her incredible pen collection. Look out. Her store is going live very soon. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, that is gorgeous. It says one of two, but there's not two here, Carolyn. I love that dial. It's very much like I don't know what kind of watch that is. It's got a moon phase calendar. It's got the same kind of dial. Mega's got one, but also the John Mayer Audemars Piguet has that as well. That pen is just to die for. Look at that. That looks like the Cosmos. Her store is going to go live at some point soon. And Carolyn, you'll keep us up to date on all that stuff, right? And no subject. A beautiful, looks like a raven. Is that a raven? I'm not the biggest Audubon expert, but look at that. How beautiful. Beautiful. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary. Beautiful, Carolyn. And then tonight's movie. Oh, you know how gay I am? Memories like the corners of my mind. It's the way we were. It's a great movie. Paul won't watch it. He says it's too sappy. I love it. It's got, all the kinds of political stuff you could possibly want in there and all that stuff. What an incredible. Let me make sure that he didn't get stuck in the doldrums. Okay. We don't know where you are, beautiful Julian, but we miss you. Come back as soon as you can. Okay. And if you're having just a checkout day or whatever you're doing, we miss you because it's Tuesday and it's not Tuesday without you.
The Gallery of Bashtards, send me the shots, the sublime, the absurd. The Gallery of Bashtards, you share them with me, and I share with
the world. Andy says, beautiful K, Milky Way. Everybody's loving that. The Milky Way. Isn't that an incredible thing that we live in the Milky Way? What do the people in Andromeda call our galaxy, though? Look at this. And here's the cavalcade of blown away bashers by Mart's unbelievable photography. Look at this stuff. That's life being created. It sure is, Eric B. Mistabel. Wow, Mart, your work. It's amazing. Amazing. We know so little. So true. Jojo says, keep looking up. Astonishing. They were astonishing. I mean, really, truly. Wow. Beautiful, Mart. Robin's bird. Hello, beautiful lady. Beautiful lady, Basher lady. Red Giants. Well, not Red Giants. I mean, I don't even know what that was. Was that the remnants of a red giant? Was it the beginning of a red giant? I know a lot of stars eventually become certain things. Like we have a main sequence star. Our star is a very insignificant star, but most of them are the red dwarfs, which are really radioactive and terrible, and they throw off all kinds of nasty stuff. But who knows? Who knows what life is defined by elsewhere? We don't know. We don't know. Dino, sort out the trees from Mart. I agree. No chance here. Oh, I'm so sorry. One of the lads here on the island won a mad one. I don't know what that means. Won a mad one. Supernova. Could be. Apparently, if Betelgeuse explodes, we'll see it for like years in the sky. It'll take a while to get here, but could have happened already. We wouldn't know. Carolyn says amazing pictures. The similarities between these and photographs from the abyssal depths are remarkable. Agreed. I mean, we have space here already, right? Because we don't know what the hell's down there, really, truly. We've been down there, but not very far. All these mind-boggling, unbelievable, stellar images, and I sent a photo of a dog and a cat. We loved it, Steve. Okay, they're apples and oranges. Two totally different things, man. Two totally different things, and who doesn't want pictures of them? We all do. That's what brought us all together. We might be made of stars, but we love them. So don't even think about that. Let's start a GoFundMe for a chainsaw for Mart. It's a great idea. The two lightest gases, yeah, hydrogen and helium. Yeah. Seiko tuna, right? Yeah, you guys all knew what that was right off the top. Olive, she's loving it. Too adorable, says Carolyn Martin. Olive, Tilly, Kiki, and Tilly. I'm hopeless at telling jokes. I always fuck the punchline. So do I, because I'm not a comedian. So, Andrew, love your sense of humor because he's nuts. Bronson is a star. He is a star. He lives among the stars, and we're all made of stars. Eminem time, baby. Mindy, I know, so cute. Listen, when she's cute, she's the cutest, right? There's no two ways about it. Too cute, says Joe LaFaro. Juby is loving the astonishing pictures. Speedy, that's beautiful. And beautiful bow indeed. Julian, my day is not complete. Miss you, says Carolyn Martin, as do we all on the show. We miss you, Julian. It's not the same without you in the house. So please, thanks so much. Guys, that's the show. Hour and a half today. Thanks so much for what a great Speedy Tuesday. For Tuesday, March 3rd. Jimmy, happy birthday, Jimmy. Jimmy Baki from Hitman, my partner in crime. We've written a lot of tunes together, and we run the show pretty much because nobody else wants to. But love you, man. Happy birthday, March 3rd. And that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow for When We Were Wednesdays. Hope you all have a great time. Remember to hold the door open. Remember to say please and thank you. And you know what? Just be kind. Rewind. You know, if somebody's mean to you, stiff upper lip. Keep on moving. You never know. They might be the greatest person in the whole wide world, or else they might be a